Hey y'all, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is where you are. Yes, I'm up a little bit late, but my schedule is not typical. So, I wanted to talk about spirituality not being a competition. I think too many people think it is a competition when it is not. And we have so many people trying to debate, trying to argue, trying to prove themselves more spiritual than the next person, or try to tell someone, oh, they're not doing this for the right reason, or, blah, 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 or you should do this or you should do that. Um, I feel that, we're not to judge people's spirituality and their motives or, how they're doing what they're doing because everybody has a job. Everybody has something that they contribute spiritually, and it's not for someone else to tell you how to do it or how to judge you. So a lot of times people will, and it's not me personally that's getting a lot of this. It used to be, but like when you stop caring, you don't really care anymore. But other people who are, trying to enter into, their spirituality, they may be turned off with people trying to tell them if they're doing something right or wrong, or how they should be doing this, or how this should be um, done, or whether you should charge money for certain services or not. You should charge money for anything that takes your time, period. Thank you, Quinella Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. So, a lot of people will tell you, oh, if you're really spiritual, you won't be trying to make money. Well, then how are you supposed to eat, darling? If you're really spiritual, you would say this instead of that. Well, how do you know? Spiritual doesn't mean stupid. Spiritual does not mean giving everything away for free. And spiritual definitely doesn't mean looking like you're homeless. Okay, those are stereotypical um, things that most people try to base some type of you know, spirituality on. So no, we're not gonna do that today. So anyone who is upset at anyone making money, then you know, ask yourself who's more dangerous, McDonald's or someone giving spiritual advice or selling spiritual knowledge or doing this, and that. Ask yourself which is more dangerous. You lined up, you know, to get a vaccine or go to the doctor, but you're mad at someone for teaching you how to eat properly and charging for it. If you went to school for, nutrition and you became a nutritionalist, you would charge people to tell them how to eat as well. So if someone is doing it in the spiritual community, let them be. If someone is teaching something that would take years for you to learn and they're charging for it, let them be, because it's not for you to judge and it's not for other people to judge. And it's not a competition. If you are a little bit more learned than the next person, don't go over there to whatever they're doing and try to, make yourself seem like you are more awake or spiritual or whatever, because everybody has phases. Everybody has phases to wake up. Everyone has to teach someone. Everyone has to learn. Da 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 da. So if people could just stop doing that, that would be a spiritual awakening in itself. Mhm. You said oath of poverty. Yeah, I don't know who took that oath, but I never did. Of course, spirituality is not a competition, but religion is, right? Yeah, well, we're not talking about religion. So let people be. If you catch yourself trying to correct someone, if you catch yourself trying to down someone, catch yourself. That's number one. Catch yourself and stop and just let people be. It's not the time to be focused on the wrong thing right now. Everybody should be allowing people to wake up others in their own way. If someone is attracted to a certain teacher or a certain channel or a certain method of spirituality, at least they're attracted to something that's going to wake them up. People grow and go to the next level, and maybe they're not ready for your level, So just let people be. Don't be upset if people are charging money for certain things. Usually those people who are upset for people charging is because they can't charge for whatever they know. So ask yourself, why can't you charge if you get mad at someone for charging? Why can't you charge? What is it that's holding you back from that level of, entrepreneurship in the spiritual world? Ask yourself that, because most of the time it is, most people who are unable to do what that other person is doing, and they're a little bit jealous. So don't let that jealous energy come out. Just learn and watch and take notes, and then maybe you can do it too. Right. So, and relax, y'all. It's not that serious. If you are more tense after learning something spiritual, if you are more excited and tense and your blood pressure's all up from, watching a channel or debating in the comments, then you are defeating your purpose of raising the frequency. Speaking of relaxing, someone sent me some CBD products. Have y'all tried CBD? I love CBD. I don't believe in smoking weed, but I like the medicinal properties that CBD has. Okay, so this was sent to me. I had a little package sent to me from Green Compass Global CBD. So I'm going to show you what they sent me. I was going to use these tonight, but I guess I'll use them tomorrow. These bath bomb soaks with CBD in them. There's eucalyptus essential oils with dead sea salt and 35 milligrams of CBD, peppermint, and eucalyptus. Ooh, this is going to be nice. So, yeah, y'all just need to go ahead and get y'all some of those and relax. Coming out of the Instagram or the videos all hyped up and can't breathe. Y'all need y'all some CBD afterwards. Calm down. Ooh, she sent me some CBD for pets. Ooh, he can give that to my cat and my dog. So I like how they packaged it in a little green organza bag. That is so cute. Okay, let's see what she sent me. CBD extract for pets. Natural flavored. Kitita. Velvet. See how velvet acts on CBD. Ooh, this is a nice size bottle. Natural flavored. Okay, I don't know what natural flavored is, but it has a little paw on it for your kitties or your doggies. What else did she send me? Quality with purpose. And this is hemp extract, full spectrum fresh mint. This is the one that I like. Full spectrum. That's 750. Oh, that's powerful. This one will have you, and you know that CBD also reduces inflammation. So this is going to be really good as well at this time to reduce that inflammation in your body. Does not give you a buzz, but it relaxes you. Okay, if you have anxiety, if you just have a crazy, if you can't sleep, this one. I also have some like this in gummies. This full spectrum 750, but the drops are even more potent. If you have arthritis, if you have any muscle aches or soreness, yes. Oh, she sent me some little baby ones. So Green Compass CBD hemp extract in 500 milligrams. This is a sample. You can keep this in your purse. If you work and your boss get on your nerve, and you got to be like, That's good. Keep that in your purse. Here's another one with 500 on another sample. I'll give this to, this is a citrus flavor. I'll give one to James. And what else did they send me? One more thing. Body cream with organic aloe vera. Oh, hemp flower extract body cream. Ooh, the body cream. Let's see what this is. So I did link their link below in the description bar, or you can go to aga.greencompassglobal.com. But I did link it below in the show more, or just click on show more and it should pop up. Ooh, I love this little bottle. It's like so cute. Oh, that's a little pump. What? This is too cute. I mean y'all, I'm into cute stuff. So it's not so feminine. It's also masculine because it's like a green color and it looks like deodorant or shaving cream bottle, but it smells good. It's like a very fresh smell, aloe vera, flowery. It's not feminine, but it's like a fresh, clean smell. So you could use this to like relax if you have muscle ache, if you've been typing all day in the comments, you know, texting all day, trying to get your point across. I know some of y'all need, it's very moisturizing. Okay, so it is a natural, if you're looking for something natural, organic aloe vera and CBD hemp flower extract. And this is like 1.7 ounces. So if you just have somebody that's just crazy and can't calm down, can't sleep, got a lot of anxiety, y'all go get them some CBD on the quickness. Calm them down. Oh, she also sent me this really nice magazine about CBD, about pain, how to relieve pain. Tells you about the company. It tells you how to use the oils. There's a little catalog in there as well, so you know what to buy. It's like, did she send me something else with this? Yeah, so this is cool because everyone tells their story about how they use each product and how it helped them. So you know how people have questions. Well, what do you use that for? Okay. So I'm gonna take me a little drop. So if I start talk slow, you know what happened. Maybe I should take the 500 milligrams instead. Because I'll be like this. Hey y'all, what are you doing? We're not going to be trolling today, are we? Okay. We don't need to be trolling in this energy right now. All the trolling is a distraction from really what we should be focused on. We're supposed to be focused on raising the frequency, not lowering it. So a lot of this stuff is distraction. Distraction. So if you read about something, don't stay there too long. Just get the story, decode it, and get out. Don't sit there and focus on the mundane stuff, okay? Because it is there. It's for you, or it can be against you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff in the news and the media is for you and against you at the same time, depending on how much time and energy you spend on it and how you use the knowledge that you get from it. So I'm going to already take some of this fresh mint flavor, 500. Okay. I guess 500 would be a full dropper, right? I'll have to read the directions. Yeah, I guess it's a full dropper. I'm going to put it under my tongue because you like absorb more under your tongue. I've taken CBD before. It's good to kind of take before you meditate too. If you have a hard time meditating and relaxing, getting into that calm sense so that you can either do breath work or meditate, CBD oil is probably going to be really good for you. Just so you get in that. I really believe in CBD oil because I used to have like really bad back issues when it would rain. My back would tighten up, and I'd start taking CBD for like maybe a couple of weeks, and it has not come back ever. So it relieves inflammation, and it's really good for arthritis. I gave some to James because his knee was hurting, and the next day it was gone. So works fast, better than pharmaceutical medicine, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, I definitely recommend this over pain medication. I definitely recommend CBD over any kind of medicine to reduce inflammation, unless it's all natural. I definitely recommend it for sore joints, arthritis, for anxiety, or needing to relax or go to sleep. Like if you're tired of taking melatonin, try CBD oil. But don't overdo it. Don't take it all the time. Take it when you need it, like a medicine, in place of a medicine. Or like if you just want to relax a little bit, use the bath bombs or the lotion or the little sample size. Take a little half a dose or whatever. If your pets are crazy and peeing on everything and just hyper and need some to calm themselves down, you can put some of this in their water or their food. I know a lot of people who are quarantined, they're stuck in the house with their animals, and their animals might start acting stupid. Put some of that in their water or food. I'm going to try it on my cat because she's been acting bad lately. Right. So, we're not going to compete spiritually with people anymore. We're supposed to try to work with other spiritual people and help get the message across. Because if people who are coming out of religion into spirituality and all they see is people debating and doing the same things that the religious people were doing, they're not going to even see the difference, or, they're not even going to be attracted to learning something new and opening their minds to something else because they see the same type of drama, and we don't need that. So y'all, refrain from doing certain things. If you want to give information, give it freely without any animosity or putting down someone else. You can say in addition to, or thank you for that. I also know this and that. Don't have to put other people down to get your point across. And I see a lot of it on Instagram, and it's just not productive. Okay. Rulership will change again in 220. Right. Good. It's about that time. And so I love the minty flavor of this too. I'm like, it's like a breath mint too. And breathy. Y'all, I was up doing another video. That's why I look like this. But at least I try to look good for y'all too. That's another thing about the spiritual community. We got to look good. We can't just be looking like we're homeless, living on the street, because people are not attracted to that. And we have to represent. If the whole world is coming into spirituality, and you want to be taken more seriously, and you want people to listen to you, you have to look like someone that they want to listen to. You got to look like someone that they want to hear, and that they actually would consider, taking advice from. You can't really take advice from people that look like they're one check away from homelessness. It's very hard to do that, or look like their life is harder than yours. Like, what can you teach me? So you have to maintain a decent, I'll say, at least decent appearance, because people are, like it or not, people judge you with your first impression. So here's a catalog she also sent me. And it gives you all the pricing, all the formula, 2,500 milligrams. What kind of, that's for somebody with a lot of pain. That's a good amount, okay? You need to sleep all day on that one. You said tips for weight loss. Well, spiritual journey as well as a weight loss journey, it's changing your thinking. Weight loss is not just losing weight, it's losing a way of thinking. It's not overnight. Like, if y'all watch my channel, I didn't lose this much weight in 2 months. It took like probably a year and a half or a little bit longer. So it's how you change your habits, because most people are overweight because of bad habits and bad choices. That's it. It's not a secret formula. It's just bad choices and bad habits that have added up over the years. And so now it's time to create new habits and make better choices. That's all it is. New habits, better choices. So it takes about 2 weeks to create a new habit. First habit I do recommend is drinking water. I always have a glass or a drink. Look, I see my bougie clothes today. Most of the time it's calorie-free tea or water. Because if you're filled up with water, you're not going to be snacking on bad food. Plus, most of the time people are hungry. It's usually they're just thirsty. So switch to water. Cut all your drinks that have calories in it into no calorie drinks. That's number one. But don't do diet soda. Water or tea. So cut your drinks. I mean, you can have coffee in the morning, of course, if that's what you like. But as long as it's under like 10 to 15 calories, unless you're replacing that with a meal or, something like that. But I definitely recommend switching one habit every week. Do it slow. Don't do it fast, because fast equals not sticking to it. So, and then the next habit you need to do is cut 100 calories from your diet a day. So skip something that would have cost you 100 calories, like a candy bar or some chips, or just skip that. Skip that every day. Cut 100 calories out of your diet every day. And once you're used to that, then you can cut another 100 calories until you get to the calorie amount that you need to be to in order to lose weight. And just do it slowly. Make 1,500 calories a day. If you really, depending on your weight, how much weight you need to lose, do it like that. But it's just very slow. Don't do it quick. Don't try to do something that's going to backfire and make you binge later. I did go vegan, but you can still add up a lot of calories being vegan, because bread, carbs, pasta, that's all, plant-based, but you just have to cut your calories. There you go. And I think the CBD oil, most people eat because they're nervous or bored or uncomfortable or not, just because they're sitting in front of the TV, just eating and not paying attention to what they're eating. So try not to eat when you watch TV. If you watch TV. Ooh, it's kicking in. I feel it already. Ooh. I just felt like this warmth come over me, like a blanket, like a hug. That's what the CBD feels like, a hug. Yeah. And so, just take it slow. Just change your habits slowly. And then before you know it, you'll be, oh, I don't drink those type of drinks. Oh, I don't eat that. Oh, I'm plant-based. Oh, Well, I'll have to choose between dessert and dinner. I'm not having both. So just change the habit. Also, my elixirs, phase 1 and 2, really jumpstart people in the weight loss area because it helps you get rid of bad habits. It gives you a lot of energy. It makes you want to get up and do stuff. And it also helps you to focus on replacing bad habits with good habits. It makes you want to be your higher self. So a lot of people have told me they've lost a lot of weight on phase 1 and 2. And I did too. So I know for a fact that you do lose weight because of the amount of energy that you're given with the phase 1 and 2 of my elixirs on my Etsy store, which is linked below. Do I drink only room temperature water? No, not all the time. Most of the time, yes, but not all the time. Um, you say you smoke CBD hemp flowers. Is that bad? I think smoking anything is bad, honestly. Like, I think inhaling any type of burning smoke into your lung is bad, period. hmm How do you know when are working hard enough, especially working for yourself? When you don't have to check your bank account anymore, darling. That's how you know you're working hard enough. When you don't have to check the account and you can go do whatever you need to do. Go wherever you need to go shop wherever you want to shop, take any vacation you would like, and don't have to check that bank account. That's how you know you're working hard enough. You don't have to worry about money. If you have to check your account, if you have to add up stuff, and uh, worry about not having enough, you're not working hard enough. Okay, so when you don't have to check your bank account, that's when. Don't stop until you reach that point and still keep going. Because once you get to that point, you don't want to stop anyway, because now it's a habit. Now it's a habit to get up and do what you do because you actually like it and you know it's bringing in money and you were going to do it anyway, even if you weren't getting paid. So you might as well do it, enjoy it, and get paid. hmm Um, you check your bank account to make sure. Oh yeah, I check it every once in a while, make sure I'm not getting robbed and scammed either. But you know what I mean. um, that CBD, and that was only 250. It was at 500. Yeah, that was only 500 milligrams. You'd be like, oh, I'm waiting on the CBD restaurant. People go in there and like, I would like that CBD soup. Okay. You gonna say the same thing? Oh, y'all talking to each other. Um, so glad you're alive right now. Thank you, Gold Goddess. Yes, I slept all day. Woke up and decided to go live earlier. Well, I didn't sleep all day, but I was busy, and then I woke up. No, I was asleep for most of the day because I went to bed at 7 o'clock this morning, slept till about 2, then went live earlier, and I'm live again. If you want to quit smoking, I said phase 1. I told y'all phase 1 and phase 2 will help you stop any bad habits. But the best way to stop something is to replace it with something new in place of. So replace it with a good habit like water or working out or something. You got to replace it with something you actually like to do too. So don't replace it with something you hate. Replace it with something you like and enjoy. It could be anything. Like instead of smoking, maybe you could do like something you like instead, like TikTok or I don't know. I don't do TikTok. That's for kids. Instagram post or listen to some music or write a poem or something or drink some water or chew some gum or a tic tac or something. I don't know. Take some CBD. Okay. You said Trump looked mad wearing that mask. I ain't even seen that. But, it is very interesting the times we are living in. Don't take anything seriously, y'all. Just watch and listen to your own intuition. That's why, like, don't get all hyped up over stuff you cannot control. Don't get all hyped up over stuff that you can't change. Don't get all hyped up and upset and worried about stuff that you don't even know if it's real or fake. Just focus on what you need to focus on, living your best life, improving your life, and relax because you can't do anything. You can't. So stop focusing on it. What you can do is control your life, your decisions, your money, your this and your that. So stop caring. They don't know who you are. They will never meet you. Your anxiety, your um, being upset about certain things, your passion about a certain thing that you can't even do anything about, it's a waste of your energy and time. It's a distraction to lower your frequency. So you can't sit there and just be upset if you don't have any power to change it. Change yourself, change anything that you can change to be, a better version of you. That's all you can do. That is it. Control your life. Okay. Mhm. Chew gum and click a pen in your hand to stop smoking, but it's not easy. Well, that's a good tip. So, um, could you imagine? Y'all remember I told y'all I used to be a mortician. There are so many people online who are just so distraught about all the things that are going on in the world. Imagine if you were a coroner or a mortician and you saw that on a daily basis. You know, you have to understand that there are certain things that there's absolutely nothing you can do about, and there are certain things that there's absolutely everything that you could do. So focus on those things. And that way, because if everybody focused on those things, there would be less issues in the world, less issues for other people to worry about who can't do anything about those issues if everyone focused on their own issues. So many people are not focusing on their issues, which is why things are happening over here and over there, because somebody's more worried about this person than their own child. Somebody's worried about, oh, where's my man versus where's my child. So if everybody focused on what was most important in their lives and focused on what they could be improving, there would be less to focus on that you can't control or you have no control over. Okay? Just think about everything is like cause and effect, the law of cause and effect. Okay. hmm Thank you so much. I'm trying to, but it's hard to stay happy and positive when you see people going through things. Well, then imagine if that was yourself. Imagine if it was you going through things. What would you do about it? Unless you're going to go get on a plane and personally knock on those people's doors and help them, you don't need to sit there and worry because you're worrying in vain and it's almost wrong, you know, because it's selfish if you really think about it. If you're not willing to go get up and help whoever is suffering, or if you can't go do it, it's wrong because now you're empathizing, but not even empathizing. You're trying to say, "Oh, I hope that doesn't happen to me," or "Oh, the world we live in shouldn't be like this." Da, 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 da. You know, that's true. It shouldn't be like this. That's why we have to focus on our own stuff so that we control our stuff like other people should have been controlling their stuff. And you lead by example of keeping your life in control. You worried about what what's happening to other people and neglecting, the people in your own life. So we gotta continue to realize that it starts with us in our homes individually. hmm What if you have the power to help from your home? Then do what you can do if that's what you want to do, but don't deplete yourself by helping other people. And then who's going to help you? You know, don't, because you don't know what your future holds. You don't know if you're going to, you know, need the money in the future. You don't know what's going to happen with the economy. You don't know about your own health. You don't know about any of those things. So instead of worrying about what other people are doing, are you prepared? Do you have everything you need, even if you lost your job? Could you make it without that? Look to yourselves, look to your own families. Stop looking for people. Would they help you? Could they help you? Secure yourself and your family first. Then reach out if you have extra, of course. But don't sit there and worry about stuff that you can't really do anything about. Yeah, spirituality is not a competition. Um, However you feel about your spirituality doesn't mean the next person is going to feel the same way, and it's okay. You know, it's personal spiritual journey. That means it's personal. It means not everyone has to feel that way. Don't drag other people, or don't try to drag other people into your way of thinking, because that might not be their personal spiritual path. Okay, not everyone has to be the same type of spirituality. It's not religion. Just like a lot of people ask me, well, what if my significant other does not feel the same way spiritually as me? I'm like, good, because they're not supposed to. They're a totally different person. And so they shouldn't feel the same way as you, unless you want to call it a religion. You know, um, that's people getting spirituality confused with religion, that someone has to think the exact same way that they do, or be on the same exact page that they are. That the beautiful thing about spirituality is you can believe in conspiracy theory, you can believe in aliens, you can believe in all type of stuff, and whoever you're with can not believe in aliens, or you know um, not believe in conspiracy, but meditate and think everything's about frequency and vibration. People can have different thoughts but still be spiritual and still be with each other. You don't need a bunch of people believing the exact same thing, otherwise it becomes a religion and not a personal spiritual path. Okay, so stop trying to conform others to the way you think. If people are naturally attracted to what you think and agree, that's great, but you don't have to convert anybody else, because it's not a religion. And so we're on a similar page, we're on a similar part of our path, because no matter what, no one's going to believe the exact same thing spiritually as you do, unless you are in the same religion. Okay. Um, yeah, people aren't woke. They think there's different levels to being awake. So maybe they're on their way. Just let them keep going. Because if you try to stop them, they might get deterred, turn around, and go back, the opposite direction. I see a lot of successful people who are spiritual, and I see a lot of upset people that are mad. And it's not that they're mad at them for being successful or spiritual, it's that they're upset that they can't do the same thing. And that's something that needs to be addressed. If you want to do something, just go do it. Organize yourself, learn from someone who's already done it, and make sure that you're going to make the same, dedication and effort at as those people have made in order to get similar results. Because a lot of people don't put in the same amount of work or dedication to something, and they don't get the same type of success because, it's cause and effect. You can't put in a little bit of work and expect to get the same type of success as someone else that put in a whole lot of work. Okay. And that's another part of the reason why there's a lot of, people competing in the spiritual community or the spiritual aspect, because they don't really see what goes on behind the scenes. They don't see other people. They don't see people that are, doing a lot of things financially or spiritually. So they don't really see the work that goes into it. So no competing. Don't compare yourself to other people spiritually. Just stay on your own path. And when you put in whatever you're trying to do and it pans out, then great. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. You love my Level Up Cosmetics and the handwritten note. Thank you. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for supporting my business. I appreciate that. Yes, Level Up Cosmetics, y'all. Get y'all some. My links are below on that too, or levelupcosmetics.us. You hate when people always say someone sold their soul to be successful if they're practicing anything outside of Christianity. Right. People's levels of spiritual knowledge will have them thinking those type of things. It's not your job to correct them. It's just your job. Like if they ask, do you think that person sold their soul? Then now they're asking you. Now you can say, well, you can't really sell a soul unless, A, B, C, and D. That might be too much for them already, but they asked you, so they obviously want your opinion. But if people aren't going around asking you anything, it's not your job to go and tell them, because knowledge is for the seeker. I do sell eyelashes. Yes, I have magnetic eyelashes too with the liner. They come in this little cute box. You get a applicator, you get the liner and the lashes. So y'all go check it out. I also have regular glue-on lashes too that you can buy. It'll say 3D lashes. Those are the ones that you can. The pink rose color coordinates are on point tonight. Wait, thank you so much. Yes, because y'all make me do my own commercials. I'm wearing my Level Up Cosmetics Cherries Cream and Cake palette on my eyes today. Here are the colors. This is a primer. So I'm wearing like a light daytime look, even though it's night. So yeah, I'm definitely buying those magnetic lashes. I wish I had known you sold it. Yes, I have a whole makeup line. Levelupcosmetics.us. That's my website. And I sell brushes, lipsticks, highlighter, eyebrow, and more. Yeah. So here's what one of the highlighters look like. Lift that off. So here is a little compact for it can be a bronzer or a highlighter. And that's usually what I have on when you guys see me on live. I wear my own products. So, so it's Level Up Cosmetics. And I also have a little lipstick. Let's see. Oh, sorry, that's sweet. I have more cosmetics on the way as well. I'll be putting them on my site. And it's more like it's a very vintage cosmetic look, as far as packaging is concerned. It's my yeah. You said spiritual entertainer or spiritual entrepreneur. Yeah. So, it is spiritual to be an entrepreneur. If you didn't know, just telling you. It's spiritual because you have taken the power in your own hand of how you are going to survive, how you're going to make and earn your money, when, how, and which way that you're going to earn your money. So being an entrepreneur is very spiritual because it takes self-discipline. It takes, a love of what you're doing. It takes responsibility. It takes planning. It takes making decisions based on, the greater good of your family, of yourself, of all of that. Yeah, faith. It takes confidence. So if you notice, a lot of spiritual people are entrepreneurs, you know. At some point when you truly wake up and you realize, oh, working for a low wage is basically slavery. And in order to free yourself, you have to be an entrepreneur or figure out how to get money on your own. And that's how you'll also free up a lot of your time to focus more on your spirituality as well. Focus more on reading and getting knowledge and maybe meditating or, making sure that you have the time to focus on growing spiritually. hmm Success is spiritual as above, so below. That's true. You live in a large, pleasant, and comfortable apartment, and the landlady, whom is Wiccan, allowed me to burn incense and light candles in it. I thank the heavens that my rent is extremely cheap. Good for you. hmm Job in Hebrew means persecution etymology, right? That's why in the book of Job or the book of Job, he was tormented. Right. How did you create your website? Oh, it's a Spotify website. Go to Spotify, not Spotify. I'm thinking of the streaming service, Shopify. Shopify. If you want to start off small, start off on like Poshmark or Etsy or something like that. Because I had a Poshmark shop, and then I grew it into and transferred it to a Shopify. I still have both Poshmark and Shopify. hmm If you guys have seen the slow Shark Tank, the entrepreneur judges are mostly Pisces. Oh yeah, yeah. I met one of the judges on Shark Tank long time ago, before he was on Shark Tank, when he was the owner of Fubu. What's his name? Damon. Yeah. Met him at a Prince concert a long time ago. Yeah, Damon John. Yeah, he got me into the VIP section to meet Prince. Yeah, that's my little story time. It's like I was at the Prince after party in the club, and I was just looking all cute, how I be doing. And all of a sudden, this dude walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to get into the VIP?" He grabbed my hand, like, "Come with me." I'm like, "Hmm? Come with you? Who are you? I don't know who you are." He's like, My name is Damon." I was like, "Oh, demon?" He's like, "Oh, Damon." He laughed because I called him a demon. He's like, "I'm not going nowhere with no demon." He said, "Come on." So I said, "Okay, let me go get my friends." And so I went to get my sister and her friend, and we all got into the VIP room. It's like a back room at the Prince after party, and Prince's band was there, um, all of that. So that's how I met him. That was years ago. decades ago. Hmm. Yeah, that was about 20 years ago. Right. People always have memorable experiences around Prince. Unfortunately, I was never able to experience a live concert. Well, I met Prince twice, but I never met Mike, and I never went to a Michael Jackson concert. So I feel your pain. Mhm. I feel your pain. Thank you, Gold Goddess. She says I still look 20. I try. What's the coding behind Will and Jada? Well, I didn't really listen to their story, but all I heard was like three things: August, entanglement, Jada, and Will. Decode all them names. Like I said, a lot of those are just distractions, but um, just decode the names for the information and the month of August and the entanglement issue. Entanglement. Do you know what the entanglement is? You know how they say we're entangled, we're in a quantum entanglement? Mhm. We're in a quantum entanglement, right? Do we really have guardian angels? Um, if you would like to think of them that way, but really it's more scientific than that. And if you still on that level of thinking about guardian angels, then perhaps it's just a higher aspect of yourself that will be your guardian angel. I feel. Have you seen that clip of Michael Jackson firing one of his directors during the performance? He said, "Job gone" a few times while performing. Job gone. I could imagine. No, but that sounded funny, and I would love to see that. I think I saw it, but I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I would love to see that. If you can tell me the name of the video. You believe there is a portal opening in August. Hmm. You are your own guardian angel. Your ancestors are your angels, right? Orishas, yeah, that's true too. Ancestors. They said the first wave is leaving in August. Okay. Anyway, just if you keep your immune system up and your frequency high, you really don't have to worry about too much. You know, that's why I don't worry. I don't sit here and worry about stuff because I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, first wave of Corona, what? I think, getting your immune system up there is number one. You was on World Star Hip Hop. Oh, it was on World Star Hip Hop. You can find it by searching for Michael Jackson most savage moments. Okay. Thank you. Oh yeah, that CBD oil will also have you dreaming too. I gave some to James and he was talking about he had the best dream ever. Okay. I got your latest phase and I love it. Will there be more? Um, More what? Are you on phase 10? If you're on phase 10, you can continue to take 8 because that's almost like a vital elixir, which is a daily supplement. You can also take the gold, silver, platinum, copper, right elixirs. The whole situation might promote some sort of polygamy agenda. Nora, perhaps. You never know. I could see that happening. I mean, if everyone, just think about it, if everyone gets their rights and equal rights, that's going to be next. Polygamy rights. Um, so they said August was with Willow first. Well, think about it, the daughters of man. It's all, everything is orchestrated. Just break it down with what you know. Just break all of those stories down with ancient stories. Don't look at it as a new story. Find the old story and then compare it and say, oh, that's just this story being told over again in a different way. Okay? That's how you do it. It's not a new story, it's an old story being rehashed in a way for it to sink into your psyche. It's the same story that's been forever. Okay? What do I think about the coin shortage? I don't use coins. So I don't know. Mm, Lionsgate, yeah, that portal. Yeah, get your energy up, get your frequency up, and get your energy up. Stop being distracted. All stories are old stories, period. If you can't see the old stories and the new stories, you're probably on the mundane level and don't know how to decode fully, or you're not even trying to decode it. So my thing is don't get involved into something unless you're decoding it to see the deeper information. Otherwise, it's a distraction. Um, it's because they're bringing in the new currency, which is digital, right? Well, back in the old days, they didn't really use money. They used and knowledge was exchanged for new knowledge. So it's turning back the way that it started out as originally. Most people did not use money in ancient Kemet. If you were coming to visit ancient Kemet, instead of giving money or gifts, they would exchange books and knowledge. So, you didn't have a need for money. It was just knowledge that was what was considered valuable. Hmm. Right. I'm still learning to decode at times. I think I got it, but then there's some information I missed and get wrong. How would I strengthen my intuition to understand things? Keep studying, read ancient stories so you can see the parallels, learn, ancient history that they don't teach you in school, biblical stories, um, ancient Sumerian stories. That way you can see them just playing over and over and over. Um, Alchemy, learn quantum physics, stuff like that. So you just have to become a student, period. Every day you must be learning something, especially if it has to do with alchemy, quantum physics, or ancient, you know, stories. That's where you're going to find most of the parallels. So Forbidden Knowledge TV is a perfect place to get a lot of those background stories without having to read and do all the research because they're videos. And I have that link below as well. Use that link and sign up. You get like a 3-day free trial. It's kind of like Netflix, but with all the spiritual information. And once you get there and start seeing parallels, you won't really have to learn anything else because you already have that background knowledge. Book of Enoch, Emerald Tablets of Thoth, um, all the ancient Sumerian stories. You'll just start to see parallels in every way. Yeah, the alchemy book I always recommend is The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. That's going to help you. Look at the pictures, study the pictures. Also, read it 3 times, read it 4 times. Don't read something once. You miss so much. Keep reading the same books over and over because a lot of that in itself has hidden messages. So you just have to become a student of it. Okay. Did I talk about Naya Rivera? No. I hadn't even heard about what happened because I haven't been keeping up with the news. It's not even on my Instagram feed. Yeah. Nile River, right. The Nile. Are you into politics now and gave up Wicca? I'm never into politics and I've never been Wiccan. Never been Wiccan, never were into politics. So, the YouTube psychic said it was suicide. Okay, well, that's probably a lie. I don't believe there was suicide if anybody would commit suicide. Said Leah Michelle cursed the cast for fame. Sounds silly. Or maybe she's not really dead. And they just needed her name to be in the news and to create a certain frequency. Or a distraction to keep your frequencies low or to distract you from what's really going on. Who knows? Like I said, like I'm not super concerned with the person themselves. I'm super concerned with the message. If you're not decoding it, then there's nothing you can do about it. I know a lot of people think I'm cold because I don't have those same type of feelings and emotions that most people do. But y'all have to realize, I worked in the funeral industry for years. I don't have the same connection as most people do to people that they don't know. I don't have that. And it's probably for my own benefit because I can see things on a different level just because of that disconnection, So just y'all just have to realize I can't feel the same way most people do because I was trained. It was basically my job not to for so long. And I know a lot of people don't understand that part about me. They just think, oh, I'm cold, but it's not true. It's just once you have been a certain way for so long, it becomes a part of who you are. So you just can't change it overnight. And if I did, then I would have all the same anxiety, worry, and, issues as most people. And I don't want that. I like my calm demeanor, my, not having to sit there and worry about stuff that I cannot control. I don't like that. So I prefer being this way. Anyway, you worked in a funeral home and man, it built my spirit. Mr. Willie's Co. Good. Yeah. Your emotional city, but getting better at it. Oh, I had to leave that. My teens or early 20s. I had to leave that there. I cry on movies sometimes, but that's because it's like voluntary, and I know it's fiction and I'm just living in the moment of the character, but um, knowing something is already fiction is very helpful. Mhm. Thank you, JM143 Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Is that some coffee? Thank you. I might need some of that. Because you also a Pisces, right? Yeah, I'm sappy. I'm corny. I like, romance and all that kind of stuff. But it has to be now. It has to be like in a movie or like fictional, and like I understand what it is, and there's no need for me to try to have to control it or um, process it in the real world. So it's easier for fantasy land emotion versus real life emotion. Sunburn has increased by 400. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was on Facebook or somewhere the other day, and someone was posting about their stage 4 melanoma. And I'm like, and they were pretty young. They weren't old at all. They were like probably younger than me. So I'm like, this is really serious. The sun and this radiation is not a joke anymore. Let's see if I can find it. Her post. I don't want to make no her names on there. Okay, so yeah, I took a picture of this because I was like, wow. It says, please pray that I am able to beat this stage 4 melanoma cancer. I want to be able to watch my 4 children grow up. And then she's praying to some saint or something. That saint. I don't know which saint it was. But she was younger than me. So, and there was just like so many of those going around. And I'm like, the sun is no joke anymore. It's not the same anymore. And I know Chris Brown posted the map of Inner Earth one time on his Instagram or put in his story or whatever. You know, there was a time like where people say, oh, other people lived in inner earth, some people lived on the outside of the earth. So maybe we're going back to those times where people will have to go inside of the earth in order to, you know, not be affected by the sun and all the radiation or whatnot. There's been movies about inner earth, Journey to the Center of the Earth. There's been in the Trump in the book about Barron Trump, when he leaves, he disappears into a tunnel and goes into inner earth. So, a lot of that inner earth talk is probably going to start happening after 2021. So we're going to probably start talking about that and going into that in the future, since that's what's coming up as far as, what's getting ready to happen. So, yeah, we already know that there's tunnels everywhere underground. We already know that people have lived there before. We've heard all the ancient stories about people living inside the earth. Sorry, the ant people. So we'll dive into that and see what we can find on that in the future. So, because everything that I've been talking about for the last 2 years has almost finished happening. So with the shift of power and the increased, radiation and sun, the obvious next thing to focus on is the inner earth information. I heard they're blocking people from going to the pyramids, which are portals. Maybe there's also, yeah, there's also tunnels that go under the pyramid that lead all the way to certain areas underground too that they might be blocking people from, or they may be moving stuff in there. We don't know. So they are focusing on the inner earth right now because eventually, like I said, if you don't have new melanin, you will have to find, somewhere else that's more safe. And so inner earth is one option. Y'all remember on I'm not Coven, American Horror Story, where it was apocalypse and they had that underground um, place where they all went, and the Coven members went there, and the select rich people who were chosen could pay whatever money was able to live there, and that you know that was a pretty good season, the apocalypse season, and everybody was dying of radiation. There was said to have been a nuclear explosion, but that also could have been a blast of radiation from the sun or gamma rays or whatnot. So, a lot of those shows kind of show you what's going on, especially the one where they were like clowns and it was the election year. But basically, Inner Earth is going to be a focus in the future. You're going to start to see a lot of stuff going on with that. So y'all just keep paying attention. Y'all, read up on it. Watch Journey to the Center of the Earth. I know one of the Ice Age movies, the cartoon Ice Age movies was about going and finding Inner Earth. I think it was the last one. Y'all can watch that too if y'all have kids. So I'm going to start reading more into it, getting some more knowledge, and we'll go from there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So just study the inner earth stuff. And then, like, when I start going back live at the decent hours, because this is not a good hour, and there's more people to interact, then we'll get into the inner earth and if is it going back that way. Da, 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 da. You know, what was once inner is now going to be outer, and which was once outer is going to be inner. So we'll see. My cousin is even brown. Oh, y'all talking about City of Ember is about inner earth, and it's a kid movie. Yeah, so try to find all the movies and stuff y'all can watch on inner earth. I've watched most of them. I'll check out City of Ember. I'm sure the kids are going to watch that. Let me write it down. Probably already watched it. Just don't remember the name of it. But so I'm gonna write down a few movies that I know are about inner earth. So Journey to the Center of the Earth, of course. There's part 1 and 2. I know one has Brandon Fraser and one has Dwayne Johnson or The Rock. 1 and 2. 1 was probably better than 2 because there was more history in that one. Ice Age. I don't know the last one. I don't know what that one was. Thank you, Jeremiah Wood. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you think about ghost hunting and talking to spirits? I used to kind of be into that a lot. If you watch some of my old videos, I even have an app on my phone called Ghost Radio, and it picks up like those radio signals where ghosts can like say random words and stuff. Done a couple Ouija board sessions and caught some interesting things. So I do believe in energy, and I do believe in intelligence in that energy, and I do believe that there are spirits on this earth and that you can communicate with them. So definitely yes, I do believe in that. Rose petal. This guy wants to date me. Okay. He has 4 kids. in Africa, and he doesn't make that much money. Should I even give this a shot or no? If it was the other way around, would that man give you a shot? There's your answer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Jerry, you should get it. Take another shot of tequila and then turn around, go the other way. What more inner earth? You said Ember, City of Ember. Okay. Do y'all know any other movies? The Chronicles of Roderick. I tried to watch that and I don't think I could. But I put it down. Riddick. Iron Sky. Is that about inner earth? I'm writing stuff down. If the earth is a donut, how is there inner earth? Because inner earth becomes outer earth as it turns into the donut, or the energy fields change. So like if something was once inside and it's being pushed out and over, then it's still like a donut earth. What was once inside is now outside. The earth turned itself inside out, basically. Try to search for the MJ clip on World Star Hip Hop. Okay. MJ's Savage Moments. World Star. Okay. On The Simpsons, New York is supposed to be underwater. Wow. Earth has a hole at the top and at the bottom. Yep. The Earth's meridians move around inside and out. Yep. So, Tiny Toon's Adventure. I'll write that down too. I'm sure I've seen that one before. The Goonies. I mean, yeah, we were just talking about that today. We've seen that a couple times. Ancient Alien made an episode about Hollow Earth. I'm sure I've seen that too. One of the folklore claims that the Fae and the elements live underground. So anyway, they just so anything you can find, just research it and watch it, and then we'll be ready when I get back on my schedule, or even if I'm not, I'll just start researching it and taking notes, watching the movies, and we'll start that type of discussion so y'all can be prepared. Very interesting. See if anyone can find it biblically. Like if you can find inner earth in any of the ancient stories, like in ancient Sumeria, in ancient Kemet, if you can find it in the Bible. Also, like look, if you're a decoder, look for it in there. Like I know in the halls of Amenti, in deep within the earth, Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I know it's in there. Is it a spiritual place? Is it a physical place? Can you get there spiritually? Is it in this dimension or is it in another dimension? Is it all three? What's going on? Shambhala? That's one of the names of one of the places. Yeah, under the pyramids, there's definitely tunnels that lead to so many different places throughout Europe and to other places too. That's already been proven that there's tunnels that run for thousands of miles. The movie Contact. Okay. There are more things in heaven and earth than are deemed of in your philosophy of Holy Spirit. Shakespeare, Hamlet. That's true. Underworld. El Chapo had a tunnel. So Underworld is one. I could never get into those type of movies. I guess I could never get into Underworld. Said not the movie. What? The Catacombs of France. Oh yeah. I really want to do a whole thing on Paris because that whole city is like a necropolis for attracting certain energies. And I think I hit on it, I touched on it a little bit. So there's the city of the dead underneath the, which are the catacombs. The Eiffel Tower, siphons in the spiritual energy because it used to be a radio tower. It's right by water. So you have a lot of electricity flowing. Paris also represents or means paradise. A lot of, Freemasons, magicians, and even the church have a lot of representation there. That's why it took place. The Da Vinci Code took place there. There's a lot of coded artwork there. That's why they have that Museum du Louvre with the glass pyramid. That's why Beyonce and Jay-Z had their baby. They consummated their baby there, had their anniversary there, filmed, that 8 video there because it's very significant. Very significant. And it has to do with spiritual energy, the city of the dead, and the Eiffel Tower being something that absorbs spirits or sucks them in, the roaming spirits. So I'll have to do some research on that too. If you can do it as well at the same time, that would be fun. So we can all get back online and discuss more later. Most of the 48 laws of powers are from Parisian history. Interesting. The terrestrial inhabitants have lived here, sheltering humanity after terrestrial cataclysms. The Russian artist, philosopher, and explorer Nicholas Roerich published in the Tibetan novel. I think I have a dream Atlantis was on the moon. Can you talk a little more about neuromelanin? Melanin, neuromelanin, eumelanin, pheomelanin, it's all, melanin. And depending on what type of melanin it is, it depends on the frequency. So everybody has neuromelanin. But, everybody has it. So what is there to talk about? That's an equal playing field. But when you leave your body, the frequency of your body also determines the frequency of your soul or spirit. So it has nothing to do with neuromelanin because everyone has that. The movie Evolution is about the aliens and Inner Earth. The movie Evolution. Okay. I should put that down too. Mm-hmm. Rose Petal, you're on the wrong channel, baby. We are in the spiritual channel. Wait for me to go live on the other channel again. We are on Ashura's Star Goddess. We are talking about spiritual things. Thoth lives in Agarth. Yeah. Y'all know how I feel about dating broke people. It don't work out. Okay, sprinkle. Don't ask me. You already know what answer I'm going to give. I'm happy that you are finding healing and success with my products. Oh, Alchemy of Life is talking to Starla. Wonderful. I just put my forbidden knowledge on my new Ruko stick today. Priestess. Cool. Yeah, I think you get on Apple TV, Roku, and I think Prime soon. Yeah. So y'all can watch it on the TV now. I have to sit on the computer. Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Can you do a video on few ways to protect yourself from magical attack from all these Wiccan? Girl, a Wiccan cannot attack certain people. That's just not going to happen. I'm like way beyond that, like so far beyond that. But okay, just think that you're the highest, and nothing can attack you, and you're fine. It's your mentality. You know, you're higher than all of them people. They can't even touch you. Period. Someone said just wear hams. So yeah, wear you an eye, or just feel like you can't touch this. There. I wish a Wiccan would. I would laugh like Wicca. Not downing Wicca. It's just like once you reach a certain point, your of mind and knowledge, that's just like a board game. You know, that's like kindergarten. You afraid of a kindergartner? Thank you, Jeremiah Wood. What about dream walking? Brightburn told us that they are going to attack the organs with radiation. Look at the shoelaces on the boy feet. Yeah, I said that was coming next. Organ failure. Thank you, Jeremiah. Sprinkle. If you've been watching my videos, I did tell you guys younger people were going to start to die, and organ failure was next. That's why you have to get your frequency high, and you have to change your diet. You said ways to protect it from magical attack in general. Stop dealing with people that do magic. Sprinkle. The best magicians are the hidden magicians. Why you got to tell everybody, oh, I do magic. I'm better than magic. My magic better than yours. Oh, I'm going to put a spell on you. Oh, no, I'm going to curse you. Magic is not a competition. You know, spirituality is not a competition. Attacking you is not allowed unless you allow it. That's how you have to think. No one can attack me because I don't allow it. Okay, just don't allow it. Stop hanging around people that's playing games with their version of spirituality. It's all a mental game. If the best magicians are hidden, then how are people going to attack them? If the best magicians are hidden, then they don't need protection because they are protection. Hmm. They say y'all are Harry Potter gang banging out there. As long as you believe someone can hurt you, they can, period. So most of the magic is done by you. You need to protect yourself, from your negative thoughts and thinking someone else can harm you. For me, I only allow anything that can harm me is from me. Okay? So you have to just think of it like that. Nothing can harm me but me. If you want to feel better about it, make you a lucky charm, get you a rabbit's foot, get you a hand, get you an evil eye, do whatever makes you feel better and protect it because it's all about how you feel and how you vibrate. Your mind is just as powerful as any symbol or spell, but most people don't realize that, so they have to go through the motions in order to feel that frequency within, and then they feel okay. Y'all always seen the episode of all those, cheesy, corny movies or shows where they didn't have their lucky pair of socks and, they felt everything went wrong and then someone gave them some fake lucky socks and everything went right again because it was their mind, not the lucky socks, not the lucky whatever. It's your mind. So, whatever motions you have to go through, whatever piece of jewelry you have to put on your body, whatever spell you have to do to make sure that your frequency is up and you feel strong and protected, that's what you need to do. If your mind is strong enough to say, whatever, the people ain't got nothing on me because I'm the best. I'm very powerful within and I don't allow anything to happen to me unless it's my choice. Then you're good. You know. But your mind has to get to that point first. How to stay positive when you're a single mom and find something that's positive and do it. When you're a single mom, how to keep your frequency high. Do stuff that's only going to benefit you. You know, figure out how to become an entrepreneur as well. You'll be too busy focused on how you're going to run your business, how to get your own money, that you won't have time to think negative about anything. You'll be too busy teaching your children stuff, positive habits, getting your, prosperity on. You won't have time to think about anything negative. If you have time to think about negativity, do you own your own business? If you have time to think about negative stuff, are you at your best physically? Is your diet good? You know, is your house organized? Why do you have all this free time to keep your frequency low? Are you indulging in celebrity gossip? Why aren't you reading about inner earth? Why aren't you reading about Paris? Why aren't you reading about alchemy? Okay? Because you're not focused on something. You don't have a path. You have to grab a path, and whenever a negative thought it wants to maybe creep in, you can combat it with research. You can combat it with, I'm going to make my business better today. You can combat it with, how can I improve this? Or what can I learn new today? So we shouldn't have time to have negative thoughts. We should be so focused on what we're doing next, what we're learning next, how we're improving whatever we're doing next. We don't have time for negative thoughts. If it's a problem, we're focused on the solution, not the problem. So that's how you can keep your frequency high, by only focusing on how to keep it high. That's how. So candle magic, especially focused on shielding, is return to sun. Okay, yeah. If the sun is just going to get hotter, then won't water rise? It's already rising. The poles have melted. But also the earth is also tilting in a different angle. and the poles are shifting. So that's why. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go, but thank you all so much for tuning in. Remember, if y'all have some type of anxiety, y'all can go in my little description bar and click on the green compass link, and it'll take you there. And y'all can get y'all some products. This was sent to me by one of my subscribers, y'all. So this is one of her businesses that she has gotten into, which is very, very smart, because at this time, a lot of people do need to see CBD oil and products. Too many people are worried about the wrong thing when they need to just be relaxing and focusing on themselves and what they can do for themselves and their family and their future and their knowledge and themselves. If everyone focused on themselves, there would be less problems in the world, because there would be less issues, personal issues, childhood issues that explode into adult issues. You know, if we focus on what's in front of us rather than what's outside of us or what's inside of us, we can focus on that and solve most of the issues before they become world issues. That's what we got to do. Okay. So, I'm feeling very nice. I took a little sample of the 500 milligram. And like I said, if you have trouble calming down to meditate, CBD oil will definitely help you. It doesn't get you high. It just relaxes you, makes you calm. Also, if you have a major decision to make and you have a lot of anxiety and you're terrible at making decisions, calming down is one main thing most people need to do, because you can't make decisions in haste. You have to calm down and think without the anxiety or the pressure. So if you have issues making decisions, CBD oil is good for you too. It's good for people to have that anxiety or nervousness. Yeah, it's good to be able to feel certain things, but when you don't want to feel them, or when you can't stop feeling them, or you cannot control when you feel them, perhaps, something that can help you, naturally is good. But, I like to have all that excitement and anxiety when I need it, but I don't really have it, period. I'm a naturally calm person. But for those who aren't, or for those who have like muscle aches, body aches, um, a lot of inflammation or swelling, this also helps reduce your swelling. So if you wake up puffy in the morning, it's also good for your skin. CBD is great for your skin. So if you have acne issues, if you start taking CBD oil, your skin will clear up so nice. I'm telling you. You can even put some in your lotion for your face, or you can, take it internally. It will smooth out your skin, stop breakouts. So could try that if you're having skin issue. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, but like, a lot of people will run to take a painkiller, a pharmaceutical drug, go get a whole prescription, when CBD and, like, yeah, silver, gold, my elixirs and CBD oil can fix all those things without, taking pharmaceuticals. And you don't have to deal with the side effects. You don't have to deal with taking this medication because you take that medication. You don't have to worry about, a lot of people have so many different medications or whatever. It's going to mess up your liver and your kidneys later on. So I definitely would not run to take a Tylenol or an Advil when I have pain. I would just grab my CBD oil and be like, boop, and it kicks in super fast, and the pain is gone and it's over. Don't need, if you have cramps, if you have stomach issues, if you have skin problems, if you have arthritis, CBD oil takes care of all that, and you don't need none of it. They even have the higher dosage for people with chronic pain. So definitely would stay away from pharmaceuticals because a lot of those are addictive, bad for your organs, and you don't want to combine deadly radiation and pharmaceuticals that are bad for your organs, and you don't want to combine those. Okay, so definitely check out my girl at Green Compass, AGA dot Green Compass. Her link's in the description bar. Y'all go support an entrepreneur. Maybe y'all can get into selling it too. I don't know. I'm sure there are opportunities to sell CBD oil everywhere. If you are looking for something to get into or a little side business, I'm sure that's good. I have my own business already, but if I were to get into another business, I would definitely look into CBD because that stuff is going to be life-saving in the near future. I promise you. Trying to take your advice on not texting or cursing anyone and instead using that energy to level up myself where the other person's life looked like a curse. I'm a guy. You should um it's like you have all this time, energy, and you don't want to spend it tearing down someone else's house when you could have been building your house better. You know, you could have been putting in a pool, you could have been putting in an iron gate, you could have been getting, a new front porch, you could have been expanding, but all that energy, time, effort was put into tearing down someone else's house who got insurance. Okay, don't make no sense. Focus on you, build yourself up. Don't use energy to tear other people down when you could have used it to build yourself up higher. If you have to tear other people down, guess what that means? You lower than them. Okay? Just think about that. Higher people don't tear lower people down. So you are just proving that they're better than you still by tearing them down because you got to reach up to tear something down, which means you are lower. So instead of cursing, because people curse themselves, you don't have to worry about cursing anybody. People curse themselves. Just use your energy and time to build yourself. You know, do you know that most people who get paid to do spells and curses, they're not doing free curses. They're getting paid to do that. Unless you're getting paid to do that, why are you doing it? Okay. Why are you doing it? Unless you're benefiting from it, why are you doing it? If the only benefit is watching and laughing while someone temporarily feels out of place, okay. But if you're not getting paid from it, if you're not benefiting from it, if you're not getting higher from it, then why do it? Waste of time. You can do it if you want to. Like everybody has free will, but if I'm going to make a smart decision, it's like, okay, well, I can either spend a week cursing these people or a week's worth of energy cursing these people or a week's worth of energy building my house up or my product up or my business up. I'm going to choose to build myself up because I'm going to shine regardless. So I don't think it's I don't judge anybody for what they do or choose to do because at your current state of spiritual thinking, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. But in my thinking, I've been there, done that. What I need to do is rise higher so that those people are no longer in my view, on my level. You know what I mean? Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Have you heard about the late 1800s book about the boy named Baron? Yeah, I saw that Trump book, and they disappear. Um, they have the same author, yeah. And on the last one, Trump disappears in a tunnel into inner Earth, or Baron Trump goes into the tunnel. And remember in the White House when he was like in the bunker, they have tunnels under the White House too. Um, so a lot of stuff is really parallel to old stories. A lot of stuff is like prophecy and in right in front of your eye. Not really prophecy, but it's basically pre-written and people are performing it because they know. But if you just look and just compare and just read and do your research instead of, gossiping about who's cheating on who, or, being mad at your neighbor, get some information so you know what's coming next. Uh, y'all, I told y'all about the organs and the younger people getting ready to get affected more based on what they put into their bodies and the amount of radiation getting ready to come in. So best time to change that diet, those habits, no drinking, no drugs, no heavy pharmaceuticals, less meat if you are a meat eater. Definitely less dairy, 100% less dairy. 100% less dairy. Save yourself. Knowledge is power. Okay. Certain people work hard to get on your nerves. I don't care about people enough to even have them get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? You care more about them than they care about you. Stop caring. That's my thing. If you care enough about somebody to curse and hex them, that means you like them a lot. It's my opinion, because that money, time, and effort and energy could have been put into building yourself up. I don't care. People don't get on my nerves because I don't allow them to. I stay unbothered. I'm like, who? What? I don't know who they are. Oh well. They should be hating. I don't know. Just stop caring so much. Who cares? Move on to something new, to something better. Um, water. Thanks for educational truth. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. If it's not earning you money, if it's not benefiting you, then why are you wasting time on it? Okay. If it's not benefiting you, if it's not earning you any money, why are you wasting time on it? That's it. People will argue about something that does not benefit them, does not make them better, but just waste their time. If it's not earning you any money, if it's not benefiting you in any way, it is a distraction and a time waster. And most people don't even realize it until it's too late. Okay, so yeah, that's why I stay unbothered, because I don't have time to get in emotional, uh, you know, entanglements with people. I don't have time to get into, I wonder why they're mad at me. I don't care, you know, or I wonder what I did wrong. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Um, or wonder why they haven't texted me or why they won't text me back. I don't care. There's other people that's gonna text me. There's other people I could text. There's other people I can, talk to. Well, I wonder why they're mad at me all the time. I don't care. Whatever whatever the reason is, it's their problem. It ain't mine. Okay. That's how you have to start thinking if you want to move ahead and focus on what's really important. Well, I wonder why, you know, um, they're talking about me so bad, because they're not you. That's why. Move on. Well, I wonder why they keep doing these mean things to me. Da, 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 because you pay attention. Move on. You're in that point in there. Yeah, that's the best point to be, where you stop caring. Like, When someone tries to make you feel guilty about something, uh, well, you didn't call me, or you didn't tell me this, or you forgot this. I don't care. I forgot it because I was busy doing something that was obviously more important. You don't have to say all that, but like, oh, all you can do is say, oh, I'm sorry. What did I forget? If they still want to be mad and they still want to be angry, then that's their problem. It's not yours anymore. You know, if you try to correct something, but someone wants to drag it out, then it's no longer your problem. Be solution oriented as much as you can, but don't get sucked into stuff that's not beneficial. Like emotional harping is not beneficial. Uh, Try to think more logically. Like, oh, uh, they didn't like my picture today. They usually like my picture every day. Why don't they like, you're going to spend a whole day thinking about why somebody didn't like your picture on Instagram. Maybe their battery was low. Maybe they were on Instagram. Maybe they didn't have signal where they were. You're going to spend your whole day crying inside because somebody didn't like your picture on Instagram. That's ridiculous. Like your own picture. Click the little heart button on it. Here I go. Look at everyone else who liked your picture. Some people really be depressed over silly stuff like this. Well, he's on Instagram liking everybody else's pictures. What should I do? Nothing. Go get on Instagram and like whoever you want to like too. Okay? It's not that serious. Ooh. Go on Instagram right now. Hmm. So meanwhile, while someone's in the closet crying because someone said, "Oh, you're wimpy," this little kid, over here, look. Okay, he could beat you up and you won't even know you got beat up. Use your time and energy towards bettering yourself. Okay? Because somewhere someone else is. And when the next time you come in competition with someone, or the next time you're up for something and that other person has been focused on themselves and bettering themselves, and you've been focusing on everybody else and why this and why that, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see, okay, this person has put time, energy, and effort and discipline into themselves while you've been worried and crying about everybody else and haven't put a lick of anything into yourself. And then now you're going to be mad at this person too. Why they don't want to be my friend? Because you lack discipline. You are all over the place emotionally. We don't have the same goals. So I can't hang around you because you're going to make me like you. So if you want to attract someone, if you want to attract better, be better. Okay? That's it. Put that investment in yourself, and you will attract people that want to be just like that. Okay. I don't want to talk about entanglements. I want to talk about how to get this money. I don't want to talk about, who did what to who. I want to talk about, okay, what's coming up next? What do I need? How do I need to prepare? Let's talk about this inner earth thing. Let's talk about this frequency change. How are we going to improve ourselves and our health in order to deal with the next, um, wave or whatever. I'm not worried about Jada and Will. I'm not worried about somebody I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I would look into that, like I said, was just to decode it and moving right along. Um, so stay focused on what you can do and what you are doing. Because think about all the people you're talking about. They did exactly that. They focused on themselves until they got to the point where they're so famous and important and whatever that other people are focused and talking about them. Right. Yeah, the more you look at someone, the more you miss out on yourself. That's right, Jeremiah Wood. That's right. That's why, like on my other page, you have people that are in the comments commenting bad things or negative things about someone's looks or whatever, but don't have a picture up on their profile. It's like, oh, you're an expert on ugliness. I guarantee you probably are. Yes. And that's why you don't have a profile picture. You know, um, the the most um, the most trollific people have no profile picture and no content. Why? Because they're trying to tear you down from a lower place. You don't see, people that are higher than you on your page tearing you down. You don't see people that are in a place that you would love to be in on your Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube tearing you down because they're already where they want to be. They don't have time to look down and look back at you, baby. So just remember, every time someone is trying to tear you down or make you feel bad about something, it's because they're already down there and they want some company. Okay? So keep rising, keep focused on what you're trying to do, stay focused on your rise and what you can do and what you can change and what you can make better, not someone who's trying to drag you down there with them. Okay. Um, yep. Take the phases in order. The only phase you can take out of order is phase 8. You can take that as a vital elixir or as phase 8 itself. Hmm. All right. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to go now. I appreciate y'all tuning in this late. I know it's kind of late for a lot of you guys. If you're watching this in the morning or the afternoon, thank you for watching it. I will try to go live more in the evenings or late afternoons instead of these late nights. But my schedule is all crazy because I like it that way. But I will try to get back to some normal times. Thank y'all. Have a good evening. Y'all hit the like button as y'all leave. Thank you for everybody who donated. I really appreciate y'all's donations. If y'all didn't have a chance to donate, just hit the like button. That's good enough. I love that too. Also, if y'all looking for that CBD oil, links are in the description. Just click show more. And I have all the links to my Etsy store for my elixirs, to some of the books or ebooks on Amazon. If my Level Up Cosmetics is not down there, I'll try to put it there, but it is just levelupcosmetics.us. And I do ship to different parts of the world for my cosmetics, but not for my elixirs, unfortunately, because they are liquid. So just if you want to get some cosmetics and you live in another part of the world, you may be able to get them. All right, see you later. Bye.